Good morning, everyone. My name is Ryan Woods. I have the pleasure of serving as the Parks Commissioner for the City of Boston, and I'm glad to be here today in Mission Hill for this exciting opening. Today's groundbreaking here at Mission Hill Playground aligns with the City and the Parks Department's open space planning efforts, focusing on access, equity, excellence, and adaptability, so that every neighborhood is home to beautiful spaces that serve both the people and the environment. This renovation here at Mission Hill Playground will improve the quality of life for neighborhood through a $3.2 million investment funded by the Mayor's Capital Improvement Program, including partial funding of $400,000 from a grant from the state, the Massachusetts Parkland Acquisition and Renovations for Communities Program, also known as PARC. Our community process began here to tailor this park and playground back in 2020. And the Parks team worked with all different kind of community groups, from the Tobin Community Center, the Tobin School, the Mission Hill Grammar, all residents, youth groups, civic associations, to design a park that really fit the community's need. The results include features that make the park welcoming and communal gathering place for students, neighborhood kids. You can see 2 to 5-year-old playgrounds, 5 to 12. Most importantly today, water features that are flowing and we encourage everyone to use. And this would not be possible with great leadership. We're so happy in the City of Boston to have a leader that understands our parks, knows the value of our parks. Please welcome the Mayor of the City of Boston, Mayor Michelle Wu.
Good morning, everyone. I am so lucky every day to be able to spend time in our most treasured spaces in the city, in our parks and playgrounds, because we have the best team in the country. So give it up for our Commissioner of Parks, Ryan Woods. And he is representing also our Chief of Energy, Environment, and Open Space, Reverend Mariama White-Hammond, who oversees all of the incredible work happening here. We are joined today also by your District City Councilor, Kenzie Bach. Thank you for your leadership. District Attorney Kevin Hayden. Your State Senator, Sonia Chang-Diaz. Members of the Mayor's Mural Crew. Shout out. Thanks for your work this summer. And I hear there's some Tobin young people in the house too. So thank you for coming. And thank you so much to Bob Wilbur of the Division of Conservation Services from the Massachusetts Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs. This is incredibly exciting. It is just what we need in Boston, to have more places where people can come back together in person, have fun, play, stay cool in the water, and just know that you can be safe and be in community when you're here. Our playgrounds are critical, and it's where young people learn, play, explore. For those of us who don't have a summer home, our parks are our summer homes in Boston, and it's absolutely fundamental that we keep growing them, maintaining them, and investing in them. So a couple of improvements that I'll point out just so you can get a sense of what was added here. There have been renovations to the baseball field, a new full basketball court where kids from the Tobin, schools nearby, and surrounding community members can come play pickup games anytime. There's an upgraded water spray feature in the back where in-ground features allow it to also be a space for performances and community events, although you might have to be prepared with your bathing suits. We've also made the playground more accessible. The popular pedestrian path connecting Smith and Tremont Streets is now fully ADA compliant. And we have new picnic tables, drinking fountains, more trees, added lighting, so that this is a space day and night for everyone to enjoy. I want to thank especially our partners who have made this possible: the Tobin K-8 School, the Mission Grammar School, and the Tobin Community Center. Thank you for all of your work partnering with our Parks Department to make sure we could get the ideas, feedback, and community members involved to drive these renovations. And thank you to our residents. I see many community leaders here from Mission Hill who are at every meeting about every issue. Thank you for making sure that this turned out exactly how we had dreamed. So together we have created this beautiful accessible space that our families and young people can enjoy and to make new memories and make new friends. This is a key part of our climate strategy in Boston too, is to make sure that everywhere that we go we can be building in resilience, bringing people into this public spaces that are owned by the people of Boston. One other community leader who is someone who has been involved in the Parks Department for decades and decades and has stood up one of the community centers nearby here, the Shelburne. Miss Elfrida Harris, thank you for your leadership. Okay, so now I will pass it on to City Councilor Kenzie Bach.
Thank you, Mayor, and it's so great, so wonderful to see so many folks out here. I mainly want to just add on to the Mayor's remarks with a few more thank yous, and I think maybe I'll start with Simon Paulos, who's standing over there in the corner. Simon, do you want to raise your hand just so people know? Yeah. So Simon just graduated from Mission Grammar, but he's one of the young people who actually came to our community meetings on this playground project and advocated for this full basketball court that came in. And so I just really want to give him a shout out and say that for me as a district counselor, it was really encouraging to have us be able to go through a process where we both had everybody who had treasured this playground for decades and had so much experience about all of the ways that people have used it, and then we also had our new young Bostonian voices coming to the table and talking about what they dreamt of. And this group looked at all different configurations and where different things could land and how do we fit all the different uses in here. I think you heard the mayor say this is also a place people walk through. It's a place that our seniors sit up in the shade under the trees. It really serves every piece of Mission Hill life and every segment of Mission Hill community, and I'm just so pleased that we're standing together today in a playground space that really at its 3 levels reflects all of those different community perspectives and is going to have a place for everybody. So thrilled about that. And another shout out that I wanted to give somebody who went and talked to a bunch of those young people and made sure their voices was heard, and at the time he was working for me and now he's working for Mayor Wu, is Henry Santana over in the corner there. So Henry grew up in Alice Taylor. He grew up playing in this playground. Then he was a camp counselor bringing folks to this playground. And then he was involved in our office when we were redesigning this playground. And now he's the director of civic organizing. And I want to lift Henry up both because he's awesome and also because I think to the mayor's point, playgrounds, they're right at the heart of our community. And when we can use a playground as an opportunity to dream together and figure out how we're going to turn that dream into an actual built thing, and shout out to Beach Hatfield and the Parks Department for actually getting us here. I think that when we see our dreams become reality like this, it helps us dream about all kinds of things together in our civic life in Boston. And so for me, this is a very powerful symbol right at the heart of Mission Hill, right where everybody comes every day. And I'm just so thrilled to be sharing it with all of you, and especially thrilled that we have so many of our young people who I've already seen over the last couple of months really enjoying this playground here. Also, my last shout out is just to whoever supplied the extremely bouncy ground under the playground, because I think it's the best I've experienced to date. So I'm proud for us to be setting a new standard on that front in Mission Hill. Thanks so much to the mayor and everyone for being here, and I'm going to turn it over to DA Hayden.
Good morning, everybody. It is so good to see you. I stand here today, and I feel like I'm back on our national night out tour. Another group over in Grove Hall is doing their own separate national night out as well. But just earlier this week, myself and the mayor and the police department and a whole bunch of community partners were all over at 12 different locations, I think it was, across the city, celebrating community. Celebrating collaboration, celebrating partnerships, and then here we are now. It's almost like you guys are having your own little mini national night out event here. And what a beautiful new space that's been created here. Obviously, thank you to the mayor and everyone in the city that's worked so hard to create this and make it happen. Infrastructure and spaces like this and the commitment to them is so very important. But what struck me is hearing how it is truly the community partnerships and the neighborhood associations and the stakeholders in this community that really help drive and steer and make this happen. That is the real true power of community engagement. And this, now that you see it, look how beautiful this is. This is a shining example of the true power of community engagement that reaches all the way down to a young man like Simon, who pours himself and his ideas into this as well. I think that is absolutely incredible and fantastic. I hope everyone is happy and pleased with this new space. I know it's going to be a blessing to everyone in our neighborhood and our young people in particular. And you know, you are the reason why, you young people, reason why we do everything that we do every day. So thank you to this community. Thank you for this rededication, this opening. Thank you. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Next, we'll bring up State Senator Sonia Cheng Diaz.
Thanks, Madam Mayor, Madam MC. What is it, morning still? Is it morning? Good morning, everyone. You know, many of us know one another for many years now, but I see some new faces. So I'm Sonia Cheng Diaz, very proud to represent Mission Hill in the State Senate. Very proud and just, you know, joyful to be here to dedicate this park, proud that state money helped to make it, which ultimately is your money, right? Each and every one of you owns a piece and contributed a piece of this park. Joy and health, right, is what we are celebrating here today and what it's all about. I'm really curious to hear from some of our little ones here what you guys are most excited about trying out on this playground. I saw one hand go up right away. You got an answer. The slide. The swings, all right, what else? Grand Slam right here in the front. What are you excited to use? The sprinklers. Yeah, it's hot out, right? What about you, Batman? The swings, always popular. So what about an adult? Anybody excited to go down the slide? Yeah. So, you know, just the joyful memories that are going to get made at this park. I think, you know, I look at these, you know, our youngest citizens, our youngest residents here, our youngest users and designers, and I think about 20 years from now, 30 years from now, how they may come back to this park with nostalgia and think about, you know, the friendships that they formed here and, you know, the joyful abandon with which they ran through the sprinklers and, you know, across this play structure and the sense of safety and community and embrace that they organically felt in this space. And I'm just so looking forward to, you know, all of those memories that are going to get made here. While I'm on the subject of memories, I'm going to take this opportunity, you know, commandeer the mic for a minute to say something that is not specific to the park, but that this moment is really calling up for me. As many of you know, I'm now in the last 5 months of my tenure as your state senator here in Mission Hill. And it has been an enormous, enormous honor to wake up every day thinking and working with you on how to make this community better. And I just want to say a thank you from the bottom of my heart for the trust that you placed in me with your votes and the beautiful 14 years that you have given me in partnership. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Senator. As the Senator mentioned, we're very excited to have received a grant for $400,000, a park grant from the Mass Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs. So here representing them is the Division of Conservation Services Director, Bob Wilbur.
Thank you. It's awfully nice to be with you all today. Here we are in Boston, Massachusetts. Massachusetts is the place where setting aside pieces of real estate for the community good began. That concept didn't exist before the Boston Common 400 years ago. And we've really led the country, and we're leading the country once again in responding to climate change, building resilience, and addressing equity. And the Commonwealth is pleased and really proud to be working in partnership with Mayor Wu and her very talented team, and look forward to doing many more important things off into the future. The last thing I want to say is really just to second some of the comments that have been made earlier about the power of community engagement to create a resource like this. It's really impressive and well done. All of you who put the time into that, really well done. We're pleased to be a part of it. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. As we lead up to our big ribbon cutting, just a couple people that I want to really shout out that were involved throughout the process. B. Chatfield. She is our project manager, a landscape architect that worked through this. So B, thank you for all your work on this project and the others that you're working on. Kyle Zick and the team at KZLA Design for helping us design this park. Rad Sports, the contractor that helped build this park using Compan supplies. We thank them for their involvement. And most importantly, as you're walking around, please make sure you stop by. We have the Boston Public Library with us here. We have Hood Ice Cream here underneath the tent to make sure you get some ice cream. There's some face painting going on. Help the Mayor's mural crew paint the mural right here behind us and get engaged. Please cool off. And now if you join us for a photo, I'm going to give a minute if the photographers want to maybe join us on the court so we have the background of the playground. Oh, and Simon is saying something. Most importantly, I'm sorry about that. Mayor, do you want to introduce them?
Sure.
Sorry.
So we'll save our most important speaker for last year. Simon, thank you so much for your leadership and representing all of our young people here. Simon is going to be an incoming student at Boston Latin Academy in a couple of weeks. And so, Boston Latin School, I'm so sorry. Boston Latin School. And so we just want to invite him up here to say a few words.
My name is Simon, and I'm really grateful for Boston, the community at Mission Hill, for everything they've done for this park and everything else. I just want to say I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Let's hear it for Simon one more time for all his work and everyone's engagement. We want to thank Sean Jackson, too. Thank him for all the work he does at the Tobin Community Center and everybody engaged over there. Thank you for your work and for coming out and being our neighbor and our partner here. We are going to line up at this time. If the kids all maybe stand at this center white line here with the playground behind us. So if the photographers would join us on the court to get a shot with the playground behind us, we ask everyone to get in the picture and help us cut this ribbon for this exciting event.
3, 2, 1.